Hello everybody, this is Chris Berry with a banjo lesson on the tune Marching Jaybird. The tune is often associated with Etta Baker, but was first put on record by, I believe it was her sister-in-law, Lacey Phillips, on an album called Instrumental Music of the Southern Appalachians, which came out sometime in the 50s. It is out on CD and probably on iTunes as well. And it's a nice banjo tune. Etta Baker played it in a two-finger style. But I'm going to teach it in the old-time three-finger style, which is the way Lacey Phillips played it on the original recording. We're in regular G tuning. I may not be quite tuned to pitch. Let's tune the banjo with myself, so you have to bear with me on that. But again, it's just the usual D, G, B, D, I, G, and we're going to play three fingers. This tune is made up of a pattern that repeats itself over and over again, and of course you have to break the pattern a little bit occasionally. Here's how the tune goes, just a couple times through. Play it up to speed so you get an idea what it sounds like. And that's how the tune goes. I'll start by teaching the high part first. The high part is actually the hardest part of the tune to play, although I wouldn't describe it as particularly difficult. You're going to be playing on the high string, the 12th fret, the 9th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 2nd fret, are the positions that you want to be in. And that first run goes like this. And then the open second string. Again, that's you're going to play with the thumb and the middle. So it's thumb, middle, middle, thumb, middle, thumb, pull off, and then the index hits that open second string. Again, here it is, a little slower. Thumb, middle, middle, thumb, middle, index. One more time. 12, 9, 7, 5, pull off at the second, and then open. Okay, as soon as you're out of that high part, you're going to go into a D7th chord, a regular D7, which is the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string, and you're going to play a note followed by 2 rolls, and then another note. And the first note that you're going to play is with your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Hold the D7th chord down. And then the roll is what they call a backwards roll in bluegrass, and it's middle, index, thumb is the order that your fingers play. And the middle is going to play the 1st string, index the 2nd, and the thumb string. You're going to do this roll twice. The first time you're going to hold down the D7th chord, the second time you're going to let it go. Here's what it sounds like. You're going to play the note, again on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then 2 rolls, and then you pluck up on the open 3rd string to end it. So again, it's note, roll, roll, note, note, note. You take the chord off for the second roll. So note, roll, roll, note. So the whole high part put together, at the very end, let me back up 1 second, at the very end of that, do this. It's a little timekeeping thing that'll bring you back to the beat you want to be on. It's going to be middle, index, middle, index. And I'll do it a few times as we get to it. You'll hear it, and it'll make sense in context. So the whole high part sounds like this. Note, roll, roll, note. And then these little timekeeping dealies. Okay, now the rest of the tune, the second part of the tune, is made up of those note and roll combinations. The chords you're going to play are at the 5th and 7th fret, just bar chords, a barred C chord and a barred D chord. Each phrase starts with the note on the 3rd string, then 2 rolls, again, middle index thumb, on these strings, the 1st string, 2nd string, and 5th, and then followed by another note played by the index finger on the 3rd string. And it's going to sound like this. I'll do it slowly. So we have on the C chord, and then you lift it up, note, 2 rolls, note on the D chord, rolls on the D chord, open string, 2 rolls, 2 rolls, 2 rolls, 2 rolls. So every time it's a note, 2 rolls, a note, 2 rolls, a note, 2 rolls, and then a note, and this timekeeping business. Go right back then into the high part. Roll, roll, note. And then you go right into the second part. Note, roll, roll, note, roll, roll, note, roll, roll, note. And that's basically the tune. I'm going to show you a couple of other things that are nice to know and add to the tune. You can play in the second part, instead of these 2 chords, you can play first position C and D7th chords. The only thing that you'll have to do a little bit different is when you start the C chord, instead of playing the note on the 3rd string, you'll play the note, this E note, on the 4th, the bass string. And that would sound like this, coming out of the high part. Would sound like this. And then that's just a little variation. There's another high part that you can play. I may not play it exactly like she plays it on the record, but I start from the 9th fret on that, and it sounds like this. I'm not going to break it down too much because our time is limited, but you can watch it and try to get it. And then that's 9, 7, 5, thumb, pull off, open, open. There's a little timekeeper lick in there. That one is a little more difficult than, but try it and you'll probably figure it out. One final thing, once you've got this roll down, you can try to put a thumb note in between before you start the roll. So in other words, it'll sound like this. Between that index finger note and the roll, you put an extra thumb note on the 5th string. It just adds a little more syncopation. It's quite difficult to do slow, a little easier to do fast. We're almost out of time as far as YouTube reckons these things, so thanks very much. I hope this lesson was helpful. and you can leave a comment here if you have any questions. I do not have tablature for this tune, but you shouldn't have any trouble figuring it out off the video. Thanks very much.